guys, what's going on? Today we're playing another game. This game is called Out of Orbit. It's a game pretty old actually, but still in development. How you can see, I've never played this game before. And yeah, let's get into it. The only thing I have played is the tutorial, so we can skip that. It's just... and I haven't even played it fully. Like, it's very hard. By the way guys, one of the sad things about this game, you will not find at least many videos or any guides, whatever, on YouTube or the internet. Just because this game has not a big fan base. So yeah, I'm creating my character. Let's just name him Nico. Alright. Now, und zwar, sorry, just sometimes happens. Now we are going to look what type of ship we want. Bear is like you really start with nothing on your ship. You can just fly with it, not more, not less. So that's pretty hard. I'm gonna just go with basic. Survival, yeah. Ooh. Alright, here. By the way guys, like if you go on here, you see what race it is from, and there are 4 races or factions. I think 4 or 5, whatever. I think 4. And each one has like things that they are good in, whatever. And types of ship. There's cargo, just simply some loot. Jails, there you can get new recruits for your ship, or can just free them for better relationships with the faction they're from. And there is factories, medical, whatever, there's a lot of them. So you have to capture them. Like the guys here are not the smart ones, they're just mass populating, and their slime is like has toxins in it. So they are pretty good to fight against because they never have very advanced weapons, at least at the beginning. Here you can see the factions. By the way, a thing that I can already tell you, these 2 factions, the Robotech and the M83, are the best ones because the Sundogs are good because they are very good melees. I was taught in the tutorial, at least they looked like it in the tutorial. They're not very good how I saw it. Yeah, they don't have an IQ. So it's not very, they are not very good. They are very good, they have high health, and they're also very smart. And they are just very loyal, so they won't leave you very fast. But if you do bad stuff, they will leave you, so the Robotech are the best if you ask me. Alright. Just to show you. Oh yeah, and the vaults. The vaults are like the equivalent to like a bank. They are just they store tons of money, but it takes the time to reach them, and also they're not really worth it, if I'm being honest, at the beginning. Because at the beginning, at least if you don't want to go, like, there are 2 paths in this game, basically. The paths are the path of the raider, that's if you ask me, the better one, because this game can be very grindy. So you need to grind a lot, fly around, and it's not until the late game that's not very interesting. Then it begins to be interesting because then you can get raided, whatever, but that's just mining. So, oh yeah, there are two types. By the way, there are stations. Stations are less mobile, basically non-mobile. They have no mobility, but they also like they can be very big and very highly secured. While ships are more mobile and they can also be very high secured, but not as much as I've seen in the tutorial. One of the best tips I can tell you already, if you want to play this game, press shift. By the way, this game is called Out of Orbit, if you have not seen it at the beginning. It's just, without it, it takes a long time to catch up to these guys, so just what I always do. By the way, these things are comets and asteroids. Wait, there are different materials. But if I don't want to crash into it, at least at the early game, it can just ruin it. And my biggest tip, I've lost a ton of ships. I've lost, like, I had to restart the tutorial twice because I pressed self-destruct. But your whole ship gets damaged, and except if you want to have 1 million resources and do like repair your ship for 3 hours, or how it feels like, it's just not very good. My tip, always break the engine so they can't move. Here it's not a problem because it seems like it was some kind of raided ship. IDK, what happened to this? I've never seen those, but it looks at least pretty raided. Yeah. What's that? A heart? I can eat there. Alright, my new feast. I have a bad feeling, kinda. IDK, why I have a bad feeling, but yep. Can loot their corpses, but by knowledge, at least it happened to me. Like, don't do it too often because there's always a chance that something will go wrong and you get like a disease, and you don't want to get a disease because they take a long time to go away. You need medicine for them, and just a complete pain in the ass. I mean, ugh. Ass in the pain, yeah, guys. Ass in the pain. And always have the gun reloaded. Like, if not, you're basically a dead man walking. Cool tip, if you want to do it stealthily, there are things that there's a whole skill tree that where you can go like stealth, whatever you want. But then always be ready to deactivate alarm systems and like always eject the bodies, because you can get the bodies out of there, out of there, and then they are like hidden and they don't see it. And always prepared, these things can be deadly. If you come near to them or shoot at them, whatever, they just go out and wanna bite you. So they can be, if you don't see them or just are prepared, pretty deadly. Oh yeah, so you don't worry, that looks like it's less ammo, but it's actually pretty much. At least at my feeling, I didn't lose very much yet. So So yeah, here you could, later in the game you can capture ships, but now you could self-destruct. That's cool. It can get you a lot of resources, but never do it while your ship is not very far away. Because if you do, then your whole ship is gonna get damaged and nearly destroyed, and the next shot of some ship shoots at you, or someone is gonna destroy it, except if you wanna spend a lot of time. My personal tip for the beginning, always use this while normally. It's very important to destroy, like here, the engine, because if not they will just go away and you cannot really board them, or at least it will take a lot of time and they just keep flying away from your ship. That is what you don't want to do, at least how I am feeling. So yeah, not a good thing. Just let it be there. They don't really care if, like, I'm committing the worst crimes. They just don't like me now and will attack me now. Okay, they do kinda care. So yeah, basically what I want to say with the factions, always be a friend, like with the robo. If you want to roleplay and be like a fanatic, whatever, against AI, whatever, then it's IDK. But normally, do not begin with them. They have great loot, don't understand me wrong. Late game you can maybe do it, but they're hella strong and are probably the strongest faction from themselves. So yeah, now I'm gonna show you how, like, a raid of a little station, beginning they're very little, in the end they can be like giant, really giant, with like a lot of crew members on them. You see, these things are alarm stations. You need to deactivate them or it's just gonna end very badly for you. And they're gonna come back up and if there's one thing you don't wanna have are ships that are trying to kill you in this game. Of like the law or whatever they are. Okay. Alright, I'm somehow alive. The loot you get from these ships are not very good in most cases. There's some cases where they're alright, but yeah, it's not really worth checking most of the time. You rescue them later because, like, then you have two options. Either you have bad relationships with someone if you let them just go, or you don't do it and then and put them into your crew. Then you don't get better but not worse relationships. So basically they don't care. So my tip, if you are more late game, then always get them into your crew, but now except if they're not or whatever. But where you don't do it, at the beginning they are going to go near your ship. Whatever you do, so you don't want to have that happen, because then they're just on your ship, and then you can accidentally hit them or whatever, and they won't, and then you are pretty fast going towards the entire faction just because they got into your way while your spaceship got reached. So yeah, you see what their AI is like programmed to go there, or at least near there. So what you wanna do is just run as fast as you can, pilot your ship away from them. So yeah, that was basically the introduction of the game. If you like the content, oh yeah, let me show you the skill tree first. Wait a second. Here, if you kill like enemies, loot something, farm, whatever, you can get levels. And except for you can get XP at 10 levels, logically. But as in other games, here you can like go with stats, but first up you can just, before you confirm it, logically go around. But way more important is, there are not only skill points, there are like research points, there's like whatever, a lot of things. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, now you claim these, go into your inventory, go to skills, and here a lot of skills like Dazzling Proof, like you're immune to your own and others' flashbangs, which is pretty good. This is the one I always choose. That's like you can silently assassinate because instead of just shooting them, you can like hold your gun at their head and just sneakily get them into like a corner, shoot them silently, kill them silently, however you do it. And yeah, that's cool because instead of just having the option to self-destroy the ships, you can like making your own ships, put into your fleet, whatever you want. Yeah, and there are a lot of things like the staff has a lot of own abilities that I can tell you. Like the physics and personality are more buffs, while that giving you new abilities. So the stealth path is the path I more likely choose. And here, this is also pretty good, which just makes it that you can really assign tasks, the crew members and whatever, and that just makes you better at science. So yeah, that's what I'm choosing. And then I'm choosing this because if you find a better ship, that's pretty good. So yeah, if you like this game and want me to play it more, please tell me in the comment section. And for everyone who liked my video Quarantine Zone, the Zone 1, thank you very much. You exceeded all my hopes on what I could have reached with this video. 9 views, that broke my record from my first video by 2 views. So thank you to everyone who watched the video, and see ya next time. By the way guys, if you haven't seen it, like on the recording I'm playing on like a little screen, but when I'm playing on the big screen, so that's just one thing I don't understand, and that's not since I began making videos. So if you can tell me what is happening there, please tell me, and bye, thank you.